Just do it. Just do your job. Know your pain. Find your impact. Find your whatever you want to do. Know it, own it, and go for it. Don't think. Because you will be in the sustainable world, you will be challenged all the time. So own it, do it, be passionate, because it's going to be objections, it's going to be long, you're going to have to be patient, you're going to have to be resilient. Don't take things personally. You go, if they don't want to, it's fine, move on, own it. Passion, go for it, don't hesitate. There is no, in sustainability you say, there is no male, women struggles, I don't think, own your pain, go for it. Passion, if you don't have the passion, don't go, but then no one goes anywhere without passion, especially.
And that's how passionate is my guest today, Virginie Ducommun, the driving force behind Indoor Forest. She is on a mission to make workplaces healthier and more sustainable using smart technologies. She's taken her background in marketing and combining it with passion for environmental impact, and today she's going to tell us about her journey. We are talking about how she's reducing energy usage, improving air quality, and overcoming the challenges of being a woman in a male-dominated industry. She also has some fantastic tips for those looking to build their own brands, especially in sustainability. So please grab a cup of coffee or tea and get ready to be inspired. Welcome one more time to the Brilliantly Branded podcast. Welcome one more time to the Brilliantly Branded podcast, where I'm giving a voice to all the people that want to come and make an impact and empowering women, of course. So today I have a very nice guest. She is Virginie Ducommun. Virginie is the creator of a brand called Indoor Forest, a lovely name, and we are going to really discover what that means, what she's doing, and how she's working in impact the environment in all the sustainable things that she's doing right now. So basically, our main topic will be how women are making impact with a brand, the brand that she had created in the sustainable business. So welcome, Virginie. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. And my first question is if you can start telling us a bit about your background and what inspired you to be focused in these sustainable and healthy workplaces.
Wow, big topic. What inspired me? I've been in marketing for 20 years. That's all I've done. My degree was in marketing, my job and stuff. And in the past 10 years, I got acquainted to CSR and, environmental footprint and how you have to be careful and things like that. And within my job, I met some interesting companies and things. And this is how I discovered the solution for natural air cleaning and things. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And I started to look into it. And in 2019, I guess, they called me and said, hey, do you want to do it for Luxembourg? And so I said, all right, let's go do it, because it would give me a purpose and do something that is more, not useful, because marketing is useful, but, with a little footprint of my own to try to make this world a little better place. So this is how it all started.
Yeah, well, that is fantastic. It's more identify with probably your purpose of life, if I understood well.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. And actually your company, the way that you are making that happen, this Indoor Forest, that we are going to talk about the name later on. But for the moment, you are embedded smart technologies, right? So, the kind of things, if I understood well about your brand, is you are working with improve the energy and the efficiency of the air quality inside of the environment, the office, or this kind of thing. So can you share a specific project or initiative that let us know a little bit more about how that works?
Yeah, that's it. My impact is about technology and science. It's the magic of technology and science. And for example, 70% energy saving in a school. That's what we've been able to achieve when we optimize the heating and the air conditioning system to guarantee the comfort of the children in the school. 70%, it's not bad. We have an entire hospital. The comfort of all the rooms and all the common areas is guaranteed just with an app, and you connect that, and then you can guarantee that. And there again, you save a lot of energy because empty rooms are not treated the same way as rooms with people inside. And if someone has a special need, for example, if it's an older person, usually they tend to be a little colder than the other. So then you can say, oh, in this room, I want temperature to be a little high. So the entire hospital is controlled that way. So it's a really cool thing to do. What else? Elevators. They never are down when you use smart building technologies because you can spot problems before they actually arrive.
Wow.
If the engine has a problem or if a part is wearing down, the, let's say, electric signature will not be the same. It will show sign of, hey, I'm not working right now. So you can make it repaired before it's super blocked and before it costs a lot of money because sometimes you avoid the part from breaking. So not many parts are broken. So it's called preventive maintenance, which is another saving apart from energy that's made from smart buildings. And for air quality, it's smells, bad smells, because that's the only thing about air quality that you actually feel. You don't feel that you are less fatigued, that you concentrate better. You don't feel these things, but smells you feel. So it's really nice to be able to remove these smells with no chemicals and just by spraying something. It's really quite rewarding to see all these little things and in individual projects that we can work on, and every time there is a wow effect behind it. So it's really
I
cool.
can imagine because it's very interesting. I mean, when you said smart building solutions, it came to mind something like well, this is a lot of things that you need to take in consideration, as you will say. It's not just the environment in the office, but the elevator, the thinking in the end user. If it is an elder people, if it is a younger, how the temperature is happen. So I really like what you are doing, Virginie. It's really exciting. And especially, you know, in the sense of the brand creation, the name that you create for your brand that I really love, Indoor Forest. So can you tell us a little bit how did you arrive to that name of your brand?
Oh, it's because I started with air quality. And this biotech solution is about spraying the microbiodiversity of the forest inside the building to reduce dust, smells, pollution, COVs, fine particles, all these pollutions inside. And so basically you recreate an invisible forest inside the building, inside your home, inside your car, wherever you spray it. And so invisible indoor forest was a little too long, so indoor forest it was.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I think personally that says a lot because when you go to the forest and you go to breathe pure air, this is very connected with the name of your brand. And I'm wondering, how are you, because I think that this is a part of education as well for people to know that these kind of things can be fixed. You can do that smart. So how do you communicate? Because you are coming from the world of marketing. So you have all this knowledge about how to really connect emotionally with your audiences. But what could be or what is actually the main topic that you use in your communication to make the people feeling connected to your brand?
I listen more than I talk. I talk a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm a talker. but I need to listen more than I talk just because I'm a solution provider. And like I said, everyone has different problems. And so I have to listen to what the problem is so we can identify the proper solution to do it. Because you don't take out the big guns for a small problem. So that's mainly what I do. And what I also do is talk about the topic in general, especially air quality. Energy savings, everybody understands because it's your wallet. It's an obligation from Europe and things like that. So they got the concept of saving energy. That's okay. It's not a big deal. What they want is a solution, but they understand that. But air quality, like I said, it's all about keeping others in control while you can do so much more. And it's so much more important for you. So I spend a lot of time talking and explaining the impact of a good air quality on your health, on your cognitive performance, on your focus, on your fatigue, on your cardio health, because a bad air quality, it can be respiratory diseases, but it's also neuro and cardiac disease.
Incredible.
For very bad things. Very bad, pollution levels and things like that. So I spend a lot of time explaining and usually like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you are generating this wow moment that is so important. And as well, I think that this is the good part of that, but as well, probably sometimes there's some challenging things that happen in the process to be part of the sustainable businesses. So have you experimented some big obstacles there that you wanted to share with us?
About sustainable, it's the habits in general. Because to be more sustainable, to reduce your footprint, you have to do more with less. And this, in people's mind, is changing, and changing is scary. You don't want to change whatever you used to. You have a level of comfort, and you're thinking, oh, if I want to save energy, or I have to live in a hut with no heating and no light, and I will have to cook with fire, like we did in the ancient times. Well, no, people, you can do smart sobriety.
Yeah.
And it's scary. Change is scary. So sustainability has a level of, whoa, oh, you're going to change something. So This is how smart building is really smart. It's because we can actually do a lot more with less. We'll do more comfort with less energy. Look at that hospital. Never they had that level of customization, and they're still saving energy. So it's still the same. It's the same for air quality. It costs, well, I can say with me because I know my prices, but with my service, it costs you €2 per square meter per year to clean your air and have the same kind of air quality as you have in a forest, okay? So if your office is 1,000 square meter, it's less than €2,000 per year, okay?
Yeah.
And many studies have shown, performance and productivity for the people working in good air quality sections goes from +5 to +50%.
Oh,
Let's
Jesus.
be conservative. Take 5%. 5% increase productivity in a team of 20 people. It's one full-time worker.
Oh, wow.
So the equivalent of €36,000 if it's a non-qualified worker in Luxembourg. 2,000, 36,000.
Yeah,
Smart
big
building,
difference.
smart investment. That's what it is.
Well, it's coming back to this. When the people want to compare price in front of value, is something very, very clear that the value that this system is providing is improving performance, is really in numbers. Is very evident that this is a really saving way to really manage a budget that is allocated to sustainability. That is probably one of my other questions where the companies are allocating budgets to this topic, sustainability. I don't know if this is another part of the no goals or objections that you have had in front of your clients.
I have 3 major objections. It's expensive. I cannot do it because it's not my building. I'm just a tenant, so I cannot act on anything regarding my workplace. And it's complicated. These are the 3 main things that they will tell you about implementing something more sustainable, no matter what the cost of it. It's not expensive. It's not expensive. I just told you it's not for the air quality because it's a service. As long as it's a service, you just pay as you go. and it depends on the size of your office. So it's not that expensive. It represents maybe 0.4% of your rent if you bring it back to the rent that you pay in Luxembourg. So it's really peanuts. And for the smart building solution, it's the same. Since we don't have a package, it's not like, when you buy a car and you say, I want a glass ceiling on my car, then you have to have the leather seat, and you have to heated seat, and you have to have this, and you have to have that. No, just give me that. Well, that's what we do. We look at what you need and we give you what you need. And then if you want to upgrade, you have the backbone and you can upgrade after. You don't have to buy this full package thing. And there are subsidies from the government as well to implement some measures to save energy. So that's also helps. So it's not expensive. Then the other thing is I am a tenant. So I cannot do anything because it's not my building.
Yeah.
Wrong again. Because the air quality thing is just spraying something in the air. So it's just a service and you're not touching anything. You're not transforming the office. You're just spraying something in the air. So you can decide to do it without the approval of your owner because you're not changing anything. And for the smart building technology, it's exactly the same because we don't use wires. We use radio frequency to talk from the sensors to the brain. So there's no wiring, nothing to do. They're actually stuck on the wall with double-sided tape. So you don't need to ask permission. And when you move out, you can take out your technology with you to your next office. So you can act even if you are a tenant. It's magic. I love it. When everything is possible for everyone,
You are so passionate.
And the third objection is always complicated. But it's not complicated to have me come every 3 months to spray your office. I can come when you're not there, so there's no problem. And it's not complicated because it's just a website where you see your sensors, you see the results, and you can pilot them. We do the complicated side. We have a plug-and-play solution. So it's not complicated, and you don't need an engineer to operate all that. So these are the three main objections for smart buildings that I have to every time. But,
well, I see that
it's fair. They don't know.
Yeah, you have it very well covered. I mean, you know how to reply to the objections and you have strong arguments behind that. So I think this is not an objection anymore. If I have the opportunity to have you as the person that come and tell me these, is tools that is going to improve the quality inside of my office or the work that I am doing. So that is good. And the other thing, I don't know on detail the sustainable industry. I don't know how that works in terms of gender when we talk about women in charge of companies working in sustainability. So as a woman in this technology and in this environment, how have you been received in front of the industry?
Super well. Actually, often very well because I come in with my dress, my heels, and my 20-kilo machine on the back to do the air quality thing. Or I go down to check the electric counters and things like that. I do audits of frequency and so usually it's a little surprising, like, whoa, you're gonna do it like this, but it's actually funny and it's a great connection usually with the people. So I don't think it's a man or women issue with sustainability. The issue is the change of habit. The issue is innovation. You have to prove your innovation. You have to prove your concept. You have to prove your result. You have to prove that it's better after than before. And I'm not sure it's a gender thing. I think everyone can have that because it comes down to results in impact and deliverables. And so that's it. But then again, I've never had any issue about being a woman, even though I worked in tires, like these tires and trucks and stuff, the super manly world. It's actually an advantage to be a woman in this kind of all man industry. Real estate, same thing. It's sometimes. You have to play with it. You have to, you have to be the woman in the middle of the man. It's okay.
So it is how that happened. But I'm happy that you managed that very well. And not only that, but I'm curious about how that works, because you said I put it at a 20 kilos machine, and how that works. You go and do a diagnostic about the quality of the air, or how that works.
Either there was some measure and a diagnostic that there was a problem, or there is a smell. Or there is a willingness to do it because some other office, for example, an office in Belgium is doing it and the Luxembourg office wants to do the same, or things like that. So it depends how it's done. But basically, I have this machine that I fill with the product. It's, Ghostbuster. You've seen the movie Ghostbuster, when they vacuum the ghost, but I spray bacteria, but it's exactly the same. It's a backpack with liquid and you have a hose and you just spray that. It makes the noise of a vacuum cleaner and you just spray that. That's it.
That is beautiful.
It's,
I can imagine. Yeah.
Thank you. It doesn't require any kind of expertise or whatever. You just learn how to do it once and then off you go. It's actually relaxing for me because it takes me off my computer and it allows me to think and do something with my hands instead of doing something with my head. So
that is great.
I actually enjoy it.
That is great. And actually, coming back what you mentioned about being a woman that arrived into the kind of male-dominated industry, real estate that is a male-dominated or different, what will be this advice that you give to all the women that wanted to build a sustainable company that will be going to have the same opportunity to approach these male-dominated industries?
Just do it. Just do your job. Know your thing. Find your impact. Find your whatever you want to do. Know it. Own it and go for it. Don't think. Because you will be in the sustainable world, you will be challenged all the time. So own it, do it, be passionate because it's going to be objections. It's going to be long. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to be resilient. Don't take things personally. You go, if they don't want it, they don't want it. It's fine. Move on. Own it. Passion, go for it, don't hesitate. There is no, in sustainability, you're safe. There is no male, women struggles, I don't think. Own your thing, go for it. Passion. If you don't have the passion, don't go. But then no one goes anywhere without passion in it. Especially when it's about change, because you have all these walls and doors to open. So if you don't have the fire, you will never be able to do it. So that's the key, not women or men, I think. I think it's the passion, the willingness to change something, and you have it, you own it, and you go. Done.
I agree with you. And I think it's a very wise advice. And thank you for sharing that with us because it's already giving us a lot of food for thought when we are planning to do that step or having doubts or passion is moving the world, as you well express. If you don't have passion, well, just don't do anything. That's it. It's incredible.
You're not in the right thing. If you don't have the passion for something, then do something else that makes you burn, explode, want to, wake up and run every morning.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, fantastic. And just to start to wrap up, Virginie, well, the people can connect with you, where they can have a conversation with you.
They can call me. I'm a big LinkedIn girl, so if they want to connect on LinkedIn, I go there several times a day, so I will see. They can go on the Indoor Forest website. It's totally under review. I am revamping the whole universe of Indoor Forest these days because it's still all about air quality, and I've been changing things since the beginning of the year, so now it's very clear in my head, but it's absolutely not implemented in the communication yet. It's all in the making. But they can email me. All my contact information is on LinkedIn and it's on the website. So with great pleasure, we can talk and then they can start measure. And once they measure, they can act. Perfect.
Fantastic. I think the message is clear. I don't know if you want to add something else for our audiences about all these topics related with women empowerment and with branding.
I think for a brand, there needs to be a universe around it. This is the part that I personally have underestimated because my enthusiasm was so big that I didn't think it was that necessary. But now I realize, and I'm working on that universe around it to be able to back up your brand with something that makes it, what's the word? Let's use the word sexy. Let's make it sexy. You see, I do more with less, and that's not sexy. That is not sexy. It's fine. It's fun. Okay, you're funny. But then what I want to show you is that you can do that and still have the same level of comfort or even more comfort. And it can be even better than it was before. And that universe was missing. I had it in me, but I didn't push it forward enough. So maybe create the universe around your fire so then people see it as sexy because they will go to something that makes them glow, that makes them happy, that makes them healthier, that make them okay, but they need to belong to that universe that's just, I want to do it. I want to go there. So that's the part I underestimated and I'm working on right now. But I think we need the universe.
I really like what you say because the power of make a brand sexy, as using your words actually, and I love it, is the power of branding and the power of really connected emotionally with your audiences. So you are doing very well, Virginie, and thank you for being here in the Brilliantly Branded podcast and for sharing your story and teaching us a lot about how we can make a more sustainable environments inside of the offices today. Thank you very much, Virginie.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm grateful by having you as a listener on this episode. I am in the mission of empowering thousands of women around the globe, and I need your support for that. Help me to spread the voice by sharing this episode and subscribe to our social media channels. And remember, if you want to listen to exceptional stories and have someone that inspires you, please get in touch with me because I will love to have them as a guest to learn from their experience and share their story with you next time. So until the next episode, ciao, ciao.